Hello and welcome. This is Fight Fearless. My name is Niko. This is Fight Fearless. Much respect. Um, Getting started here today. As you may tell, it's kind of raining out. It's day 15 of 30 days of boxer bands. And these are the boxer bands. If you haven't seen them already, we got double bands up on day 10. I doubled up. But we're halfway there today at 15. And I got to just keep up with it. And it is raining outside. The mats are up over there. You can tell they're a little wet, but I'm gonna still get this workout in. Maybe short, maybe cut it short. Depends on if it's raining. If it's raining, who knows? Maybe that'll make it more exciting for you guys to watch. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. Normally, I start out with my hands straight up overhead, but I'm just gonna go right into talking and working with you guys in terms of your boxing and all of that. And again, who jumps on, do comment and please let me know where you're watching from. It's good to know. It's good to reach out and stay connected with you guys as well. I'm here in California, Southern California. So happy Christmas, Merry Christmas to you guys, or happy holidays, whether that's Kwanzaa or whatever religion you may practice. Do again, leave it in the comments. Let us know where you're from, and yeah, what you're celebrating this holiday season. Like I said, I've got my hands straight up overhead. It is slightly raining out, so I don't believe I will be taking my shirt off. Maybe I will, maybe I will, maybe I won't. But yeah, let's get into this workout. I'll let you guys jump in. I had a hot yoga class this morning, and I'm a bit warmed up from that. If you are hopping in, do let me know where you're from. Give a shout out to you guys. Always working on extending my punches. Excuse me. But man, I'm getting sore. And the more I use the double bands. Oh. But of course, my shoulders and my upper body getting stronger. So all is good. That's the point of it, right? Gosh. Look at my slips, my obliques. As much as it might be raining here, I probably again will probably have to take the shirt off. I'll start sweating here in a minute. I'm working on the length of my punches, reaching out further and further, rotating my shoulders each and every time. It's pretty easy to just throw the bands on and just kind of just do this. Want to reach and extend, and that's where I'm going to find that core work, really toning the arms and shoulders, triceps and back by lengthening and extending, instant activation of the core. Yeah, I don't know. I'm almost thinking of taking one of these bands off to just give me a day of rest. Because I've been going every day, 15 days straight, using the bands, but also just suck it up and keep going. Extra cloudy today, Christmas Eve, the eve of Christmas Eve. Happy holidays, you guys. Some people celebrate more the day before Christmas. You know, that nighttime Christmas Eve is usually the celebration for those in the say Hispanic Mexican community here in Southern California. Usually partying the night before Christmas, which I think is actually a more it makes more sense. It used to be like in our house, my house, it was like the celebration was the morning of and that day, the Christmas day. But I think it makes more sense to celebrate the night before, to be honest. You know, everybody gets to celebrate and party the night before, open a couple presents. Like that seems like a lot more fun. But yeah, how do you guys celebrate Christmas? I think I may be just here by myself this Christmas, to be honest. But do let me know how you guys celebrate Christmas. Be working on myself this year, getting ready for the next year. Be working on this YouTube channel, working on some more content for you guys. Do let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if I'm clear, loud and clear to you guys. All right. To be honest, biceps are burning. I was sparring last night, got jammed up in the elbow again with a spinning back kick from one of my younger guys. I asked for it. I called, but watch those elbows in sparring, especially when they punch your hand and jam you. Be on top of the punches, either inside or outside the hands. Notice if I'm boxing here, I always like sparring with the camera here. If if I'm punching at you, everybody's different, especially if you've never really boxed before, so you may have like a weird style. Some people have like a weird open style and funky. It's not very strong because if I just run right through them, they usually it's nothing. But if I'm or play sparring and I'm like trying to work with somebody and they got this funky weird style where it's like, bruh, and then they add their power and their it's like, you know, even someone who's never fought them before can do a pretty good job. But there's obviously, obviously my experience, I just, you know, dominate over those that funky weird style by just penetrating or pushing or moving the person, chasing them down or taunting them in. It's a lot of different strategies in terms of fighting or sparring, but like I said, some people have weird funky styles, right? Some people are like we just like just do weird things or they're big on open and if you're trying to work with somebody and you're trying to help them as a coach, it's like you always like gotta think like, this is actually it's actually working, but there's holes in it. So then you try to help them in there, but without trying to change them. And that's the hard that's the hardest part of life, right? Trying to help somebody without actually changing them or like being the influencer. It's up to us to take on the information, right? But if somebody's trying to force that information down our throat, then it's like, you don't really want it, right? Even if is exactly what you were asking for, but there's the concept of the mind, right? But you're asking for it, they're trying to give it to you, but you think it's one way or the other. Anyway, so as the coach, as I'm trying to help this person, and then we're just freestyle sparring. Then because you guys just want to spar, right? You just want to see if your style matches up, and you have never done anything in your life, really. Maybe you've only trained for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and now you're starting to feel confident. And then you want to fight against somebody who's been doing this for years and years, and they're just playing, they're just being nice and kind with you. And then you get them on some weird like shot that was like funky, and you think that like, oh, ha ha ha. The other person, like coach, is just like, right. So here I am sparring with this kid who's a kid, and granted, I was that kid too. So I'm also in the place of both, and I'm like, okay. So I'm just playing around. I'm trying not to hurt him too bad, and not whatnot. But then he hits me with this weird kick and jams on my elbow, and I'm just like, mother. But I just gotta smile. Otherwise, I gotta kick his ass in front of his dad. But what was I trying to say with all that? Oh yeah, I like working here. So anyway, you're either inside or outside the hand. What's up, Luna? Luana. Hey, thanks for commenting. Uh, cool. Yeah, for all you guys in the chat, do let me know where you're from, or at least the country, the state, the state of the country that you're in. Always good to see that. Thanks for the shout outs too. But yeah, so going back into our fighting, right? Fight fearless here. So again, the simple practices, such simple stuff like in terms of fighting. But again, you're gonna have those weird people, right? You're gonna have the weird kind of like sprawly or open, and like they're moving, they're doing weird things, and you're like, hey, what the hell am I supposed to do with this person? In simple terms, again, always watch out for the jab. So if you know what the jab is, then you can watch out for the jab. Everything else you got to cover. You got to learn to cover. And then there's a lot more, but not a lot more. If I'm really trying to simplify it down, watch the jab hand, which is my front. See where I'm at. If I'm fighting with you, whether I'm left foot forward or I'm right foot forward, southpaw, orthodox. Okay, so on my jab hand is the leading punch. It's gonna set up the distance, see how far we are. Okay, now I'm close enough to reach him with the cross. Right, so there's your jab hand. You're just measuring. You're measuring. Notice how my cross is longer. Here's my jab. Even if I lean forward, that's only as far as I can get. Right, I can get to the end of maybe to the end of the screen, but I really got to lean forward. Now notice here, cross is longer, right? So jab to the cross. So you really got to watch out for the cross. But if you keep it in simple terms, the jab is the one that's leading, right? And if you can touch that jab hand, if you can touch my jab hand, you got to watch out for the cross. You got to watch everything else. You got to be ready to cover. If you can touch that jab hand, you could be the one to step in. You could be the one to close the distance. All right, so here I came coming in with my jab, ready to set up that cross. This is where you got to cover. This you ain't got to cover. You got to catch this. So as soon as I step in, boom, you slap it down. Same side hand, not this one over here. Yours over there. You're gonna slap it, boom, slap it down with that one. Now, if I throw this one here, you got to cover, right? If I do it with two here, right? Where's that jab? Where did that come in? Came in from this side, right? So we're gonna catch it here, catch it, and then serve the jab back. So it's a split entry jab to jab. I jab, boom, you come, you jab. I jab, you jab. I jab, you jab. I jab, you jab. I jab to measure, to measure, to measure. Boom, you jab. Okay. That's basics right there. Now, if you can watch their jab, you always know that their jab is coming in. Now you can basically, you're not afraid, again, unless they've got these weird combos, these weird overhands or a weird hook or a weird angle, just a weird angle that slips and hits you in the freaking elbow. And you're like, like, that didn't knock me out, but damn, like, you jammed up my elbow, you jammed up my arm. Now I'm pissed off. But anyway, so you got to avoid those little weird things. But the weird things aren't going to kill you. The weird things are just going to maybe throw you off a little bit. But then you got to deal with somebody that's a little bit more at a higher capability or a higher capacity. Like myself, I throw weird things, but they're with power, precision, and it's like I know what I'm doing, right? Like I'm gonna hit you with this weird ankle heel thing. So I don't know what whatever. Whether you're beginner or you're advanced, do let me know if you are a beginner or you're advanced. Let me know how long you've been training for. It's good to know again who's in the audience. Luana, have you ever boxed or done kickboxing before? Have you tried a kickboxing class before? Excuse me. Burping is good. If you don't burp on a regular basis, it means all your it's compressed. You want that gas to come up and out and not get stuck in your intestines and then turn into polyps and turn into diseases and others and swell and you got a swollen belly and you got a weird lopsided belly or it's causing issues with your digestion and your elimination. So anyway, these bands, I like the bands because it activates the core, gets things moving up. Keep the hands up, instantly pulls the belly in and cuts up, shredded. Definitely getting more shredded the more I use the bands. That's serratus, my obliques, my six pack, my rib cage, which used to be more like protruded, definitely more pulled in. That's a big thing too. Is like the rib cage. If you ever noticed, was like if you look back at my first couple of videos, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 of boxer bands, 3 days of boxer bands, you can notice that my rib cage is kind of pushing out. Even though my belly's in, my rib cage is kind of pushed out. And that's one thing I've been really working on too in my body, or at least the bodybuilding, is compressing my organs down and trying to eliminate all this internal liver and spleen tension and kidney tension. Kidneys in the back, you got your liver and gallbladder, you got your spleen, stomach, pancreas, you got your other kidney on the right, you got your heart, you got your lungs on either side. And what happens is that our liver expands and it pushes into our spleen and then pushes into our pancreas. And then we've got excess worry and excess doubt, and our kidneys get pressed down, and then it compresses against our sexual energy. And so all this is just mixed up, this tension. So when we start to do exercises, core exercises, we're squeezing, we're contracting, squeezing, contracting. So definitely start to work on pulling the belly in, tightening your butt, squeeze your butt, press your butt forward, pulling your belly in. But then again, we got to strengthen the core. So that's why I love these bands, is that it gets that length, pulling the belly in. And you can see how it's starting to get more of that cut out of my body from the bands. So that's something you're interested in as far as the bands, we do have 30% off. Do check out the link in the bio. And if you don't see it on this video, you'll see it on any of the other videos. 30% off right now until the 8th of the new year. So 1/8/25. As I started these 30 days of boxer bands on like day 7 or something like that. So 30 days of boxer bands, 30% off right now at boxerbands.com. Go ahead and check that out. Great gift for any of your fitness friends, family. I think there is a speed delivery of 3 to 5 days on there. So if you want to get them out to you quickly, do get the fast delivery, and we'll get that right over to you. All right. So yeah, back to our concepts here. Always working off that jab. Jab's off the front hand. If I switch my stance, there's my jab. right? You slap the jab hand down, you come over with your cross or your jab. But remember, I'm keeping my hand, my cross side hand, close to my chin, always close to my chin. I'm not reaching out to try to hit that hand down with this one, because this one's got to protect me here. This one here is a measuring tool pushing away. It can be covering my body. It could be shoulder to chin now that my hand's not on my chin. And then I start to flicker jab. You can do this weird back fist jab, circling, which I like to do, back fist, flicker jab, spear jab or up jab. Boom, and then you come back to your chin, you got your normal straight jab. There's a lot of different jabs, but you always think that front hand, slap that hand down, you can come over top. Anything else I'm going to cover. So, you jab, I jab, you jab, I jab. Catch, catch. Boom. As soon as I see that jab, I might come over top. Boom, you come over top. Boom, I come over top. Boom, slap the hand down, come over top. You jab, catch, over top. I jab, catch, over top. You jab, catch, over top. I jab, up, over top. All right. Now, most common combination, jab, cross, hook, cross, hook, cross. Jab, cross, hook, cross, hook, cross. Again, jab, cross, hook, and cross, hook, cross. Notice how that first one I started with the jab, leading with the jab. Jab, cross, hook. So off that jab, remember what do you do after that jab? You're going to catch it, right? You catch the jab, boom. I follow with the cross. What are you going to do on that? You're going to catch it? Don't want to catch it. Why? Because I could be one of those weird throwing crosses, right? Everybody's got a weird overhand punch. Everybody's got a just like a, they're going to throw it from a weird angle. They don't even know where they're throwing it. They're just throwing a weird freaking punch at you, right? So it might come over top. You try to catch it down the middle. Straight jab is leading. Just going to come right down the middle. I'm not going to throw a weird left overhand. No power in that, right? I could, at least maybe some people could. But again, this is the long story short. Catch the jab, stay tight to your chin. The goal is to hit me in the chin. The goal is to hit me in the chin and knock me out. The goal is to hit you in the chin and knock you out. But if I'm hands on my chin, you ain't gonna knock me out. You're gonna hit my head, break your hand on my forehead, hit my shoulder. Not gonna do nothing, right? So you're trying to hit me in the chin, maybe in the eye, give me a black eye, whatever. Hands on my chin, trying to knock me out, right? So I give you that jab. Should be always catching the jab, even if it's a jab cross hook. We're practicing jab cross hook back. I go jab, cross, hook. Okay, now you go jab, cross, hook. Notice I cover, catch, cover the cross, cover the hook, catch the jab, cover the cross, cover the hook. You give me a jab, catch the jab, I cover the cross, cover the hook. Notice on this cover here, I'm going to my ear, from my eyebrows to my ear. Eyebrow, ear, eyebrow, ear, eyebrow, ear, eyebrow, ear. Now, as I cover my ear, notice I'm not loud like this because you could uppercut me instead. I'm right here in the same spot always. Elbows tight to my body, hands tight to my chin. Come up to cover my eyebrow, my ear. Now, when I cover my ear, notice how I'm squeezing my head. I'm not going out against it. I'm squeezing my head, which flexes all the muscles. And then now, if that hook may be a hook or maybe a weird angled uppercut. So I'm going to keep this elbow down. Now, if you come up with an uppercut, you're going to hit my elbow. If you come up with a hook, you're going to hit my arm and my hand, just protecting. All right. But what I covered last night, and we didn't film this, I didn't film it, but I wish I did, is we were working on an inside tie. Now, Muay Thai is where you have the clinch, right? Somebody grabs the back of your neck, they pull in for these knees, you got your sweeps and your pulls, But what we can do is that when somebody throws a weird, wild overhand punch, right? They throw this big, "What's up, bro?" Boom. Okay, at this point, stop. Matrix. See the opportunity here. One, if I'm massive, if I'm strong, if I'm fast, I'm coming at you with this big overhand punch. Okay, what do you want to do? Either most people are going to flinch and get away, but if you know how to cover, you cover tight and you step in straight up the middle, head to head, boom, headbutt to headbutt, forehead to forehead, and you boom, get inside that arm. So again, I throw this overhand at you, right? It's a split second, but we're talking, what's up? And I throw this big overhand. Now, this is where you want to step in. You keep your hands on your chin. The boxer bands is good. It gives you that reminder. And you step in and you open. You open from their face to their arm. And you got one arm here and you got one arm there. Boom. Not much different from where you were right here. Hands on your chin. Relax. To your high guard, mid guard, low guard. Right? Any of those positions, you want to get used to just coming right up to there. So that's why, again, the bands are good. We get used to just keeping our hands on your chin. Staying close. Building a nice tight cover. Either fingertips touching the face or knuckles, better yet. These are just a nice little glove pad for you. Right to your chin, to your cheeks, to your eyebrows, and your ear. Squeeze. Make sure to touch, knock. It's a nice little tapotamente. It's like a new word recently I read in a book. What was the book? But tapping, the art of tapping, tapotamente or something. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. Right there, hands on your eyebrows. Right, hands on your chin. Make sure to squeeze. Relax though. You're not like squeezing your no, just touching and relaxed. Now, if someone starts to punch, you start to punch at me, that's when you tighten up and you step back. Don't take more than 3 punches. 1, 2, 3. You cover, cover, cover. Step back. Push away with your jab hand. Create the distance. Getting some good rain out here. You guys give me a thumb. Let me know if you like this. What I'm talking about right here. Some basic self-defense stuff. Using the bands here to just get my workout in. Regardless, I'm still getting that little bit of pump on the shoulders and the chest. But again, just going over these concepts here. Remember, very basic, but this is like the most important stuff when it comes to interaction between another person fighting. This is probably the most important stuff right here. Hands on your chin, your defense, your eyebrows. Could have your low guard. Remember your shoulder to your chin, covering your body tight below. You're hitting yourself because if you don't hit yourself, somebody's gonna hit you, and it's gonna be much worse. So hit yourself, hit yourself, hit yourself. Just a quick little knock. And you'd be surprised how many people are not willing to do that in public, which is, and you're in a class, you came to my class, and I tell you to do something, and you don't want to do it because of whatever reason, because we're programmed to go out. We're programmed to, like, if somebody were to attack me, I'd try to stop it. No, buddy. Come tight to yourself, whether it's a freaking missile out of the sky or it's a falling anvil. I don't want to try to block and hit the thing and get my arm chopped off. I want to come close to myself, tighten up, and back away. See what I'm saying? tight and back away. Whoa, whoa. Tight and back away. So got to get used to hands on your chin, hands on your eyebrow, tight cover. Cool. Coming back to what we were talking about. If I throw a big overhand, most people would throw this big overhand, right? We're going to inside and open. We're tight, step in, open. Opening the arm, getting the inside arm. When I hit this here, you want to go cross, not at a weird angle where I slip, right? Slip through. Oh, you thought you were going to protect it with a straight palm. Nope. Straight up, like a karate block, right? From a tight position. Notice how I stayed in. Notice how I stayed behind my head. Right? So I'm still like I'm blocking with my hands, but my hands are above my head, right? I'm not just I'm not trying to go away at the same time, go forward, right? See that counter mentality? We want to go all in or tighten all back. So I throw this big overhand at you. What's up, bro? I heard you talking trash on YouTube. I saw your YouTube content. Comment. I don't like it. Boom, I throw this big overhand at you. What you gonna do? Instantly tighten up over your head. You cover just in case something slips through first. If you can step in and open, that's the penetration. You want to have instant counter and stop them, or you hit and then go. You gotta step forward into that power. So anyway, so they throw that, I throw the overhand, boom, over. You block with one arm, and the other hand comes to my face. Right? So split me open. Right? So you got one hand on my face, one forearm on my face. Where is it? Right there. You could elbow me with that hand, then grab the back of my neck and pull me. And if you got that inside arm with the arm open, boom, I'm being pulled and my arm's open this way. Never saw it coming. Thought I was gonna step in with some power, huh? No, up in it, just boom, like this karate block thing. So you're gonna go up and inside the face. Once you get inside the face, you can elbow, pull at the back of their neck. And what we worked on last night was getting underneath the arm safely. Because again, if somebody's throwing a big wild punch, or if they have a knife in their hand, which is really what's gonna like somebody's got a big knife in their hand, like slashing you, big machete in their hand, they're slashing. A freaking not like anything, or it's a punch, right? You got to get inside. You got to step in on that and close the distance. Because also the thing, well, I'll let you guys comment for a second, but what was I trying to say? Think about what the heck was I trying to say? Oh, right. Okay. So if someone's got a knife and they're swinging, a bat and they're swinging, anything that's open, notice this openness. Notice like my body language too. That's I think that's a big point too, is that my body language. For instance, if I'm closed and tight versus me open, right? More masculine, more aggressive the person, they're going to be more open. They're going to try to be big, right? It's just a thing of life, right? The bigger the person, the scarier they look. So they open up. Now, if they open up, what's your counter? You're going to have to step in, right? And direct strikes to the face, to the body, and get inside that arm. Get inside this arm. Because what I got maybe 4 or 5 ways to attack you. How would I attack you? With this hand, with this hand, with this foot, or my forehead. Most people don't think about that. But that's my go-to move. That's just headbutt too. Break your nose, break a tooth, and you don't no one wants to fight after that. Unless they're on drugs, and then in that case, it's good to know these things. So again, if somebody's big and open, you got to get inside, kick them to the balls, hit them to the liver or the spleen or to the solar plexus, and an uppercut to the chin or get to the throat and get to the inside bicep, straight up the middle. But this is an advanced thing I'm talking about, very, very advanced. Most people are going to be tighter. They're going to be, or it's going to be like their hands. See, how are you going to get inside those hands? Especially if people are throwing like this, because people throw weird, like outside to inside. And you're like, I'm not going to step in. I'm not going to get inside those hands. How am I going to get inside those hands? Okay, yeah, you may have to step under. You may have to kind of, again, open up. I step in, I open up, or I use my low guard to shoulder in, uppercut with the elbow, or flicker jab, or uppercuts, right? And so notice how I'm using both hands too. That's probably a big thing. Like boxers are all 1, 2, 3, 4. Because boxing, you think just punching. But in knife tactics, in Wing Chun, Chinese boxing, they're hitting the hands too, right? You're punching the hand down and hitting the bicep and then hitting my shoulder and then hitting my throat, like, or 1, 2, hitting my body, then my chin, right? So it's a lot more faster with that Chinese boxing, the Kung Fu and all that. But then, like, there's this weird, also too, and let me comment in if you know what I'm talking about, but like there's that weird idea that Kung Fu doesn't work in MMA or Wing Chun doesn't work in MMA or these, and I, like, we haven't crossbreeded that stuff yet into the modern day of fighting somehow. But like Anderson Silva, a great example. You see him, he's like, he's good at his body movement. That's Anderson Silva, and then he hit you with the 1-2, long 1-2, because he's long and he was tall, and he had like a kind of like a he had a strong body, but he was loose, and you know, but like even him, he would do these weird like, but he had no idea what he's talking about. He had no idea what he was doing, and he was just doing it, and then and I dug around because I kind of do that with Isaiah in the sparring sometimes, where I'll just kind of do something like that, but the idea here is what are you really doing with that, just kind of like kind of thing? Well, you're going outside the hand or you're going inside the hand. If you're going inside the hand, you have the other hand to worry about. If you're going outside the hand, you're pressing both hands together. You know what I'm saying? Notice here, if I've got both hands out and you go outside this hand, meaning you go this way, and you push this hand to here, you brought both my hands together, you push me over here, you're on the outside of my body, right? Do that for me. If you can put both hands out for me, just right there, right out in front. And then I'm going to pass the hand and step out. Pass the hand and step out. Use the V step down below the feet. Pass and step. Pass and step. Could be low guard here. Could go underneath the arm. Could grab the arm and pull down. Step in. That's a knife right there. I got to worry about that. I got to slide up. I got to hold control. I got to pull down. I got to here in the wrist, maybe turn it back, maybe slide over and jam that to your throat or take you over and over your back. But that's outside. Step outside, pass and trap, hit to the face, hit to the body, still holding, controlling here, right? Because again, that's a knife for a control and turn it into you. Or if you're not going outside, where are you going to go? You're going to go inside, right? But if you go inside this arm, you got to worry about this one here too. right? So that's why I say it was more of an advanced concept for me to say stepping in. But most people, big guys, you're who you really want to defend against is gonna throw this big overhand punch to start. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Wow. What's up? Huh? 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 Boom. Hands down until they swing. Right. So in that case, boom. That's when you get close. You want to step in. You want to hit to the chin. You want to hold in control. You want to make sure you have their hand, their arm on the inside. You're on the inside. They could be trying to throw you a punch. Boom. When they get caught here, they're trying to hit you here. But if you have good control of their chin and their face, and you pull them, you turn them, you throw a knee to their belly, to their face, boom, you have a good control point with that inside tie. Long story short, inside tie is great. Got to practice it. Good to know. Pressure points here on the throat, the shoulder, and the bicep. 1, 2, 3. When you're on the inside tie. Again, if I had a knife, you have to block, and you want to probably be on the outside. But then again, I turn and go this way, so it's just stuff to practice, you know. Either you're on the inside of the arm or you're on the outside of the arm. If you're on the inside of the arm, you got to worry about the other arm too as well. Boom, you got to be able to get to a more dominant position, because just being on the inside, uh, you're not really in like a dominant position. You're not on top of the person. You're not controlling them, but you might be striking them to the inside body, boom, 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 and then controlling them inside tie with that full plumb, that tie around the back of their neck, right? You can control them there. But yeah, what's your thoughts? And just simply extending my hands and pumping, palms up or palms down. Palms up works the bicep, inside shoulder, working the upper chest. Palm down works the outside rear deltoid, back trap, tricep, and serratus and lats. Unless I come forward, it's a little more oblique in front abdominal. It's cold outside, but whew, 4 bands. Try that on the side. All right, back to the middle. Definitely cutting up the abs with these things, huh? Leaning forward. Yeah. All right, we're about there, almost. About 10 more minutes here. Working chest. Again, palms up, gets the chest, upper chest. Once you activate, simply separate. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15, right? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 for 15 days of boxer bands. Day 15, my shoulders and my chest, my back. Thirty. Wosa. Oh yeah. So if you're into boxing, if you're into martial arts at all, if you want to learn to defend yourself, if you want to build your posture, your body mechanics, your body, get a pair of boxer bands, trim your core up, keep your posture right. Do about 30 minutes a day, 15 days consecutive. And yeah, let's change up that body a bit for the new year, yeah? Maybe it's time you get that six pack. Maybe it's time you reach that goal. Try something new. Get your bands up and get your hands up. 50. 8 more minutes. Side arm, underarm, close on the head, knee, kick, turn and rotate, passing through, step over the face, break the arm, break the wrist, break the wrist. Strip the knife. Cut him or don't cut him. Just a little bit. All right, he's still alive. But he's bleeding. He's going to remember that one. Yeah. If it was me, I'd say just do it. Just do it. Five minutes. To the left, to the right. Oh, yeah. All right. 3 more minutes. Hey, 3 minutes behind the back, behind, in front, in front, in front. 3 minutes. Leaning forward. Two minutes. One more minute. 30 seconds. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more second. And that, my friends, was the workout for today. Right. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Niko, and this is Fight Fearless, the boxer bands. And slip these off the wrist. Slip them off the feet. And I'm going to drop it down there. Thank you guys for tuning in today, day 15 of 30 Days of Boxer Bands. If you have any questions, do leave in the comments. Otherwise, direct message me at info@fightfearless.com or reach out to me on Instagram at fightfearless_. My name is Niko, and this is Fight Fearless. Much respect. See you guys on the next one. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And I will see you tomorrow for day 16 of 30 Days of Boxer Bands. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Appreciate that big time. And again, if you have any questions, also personal coaching. If you're here in the California area, do let me know, and we can talk about doing any martial arts or coaching or anything like that. Tighten up your style. If you again have any questions of martial arts of that regards, or you are interested in coaching and you're looking for a one-on-one coach, someone to work online, you can reach out to me too as well. Um, and I'll let that be it. So thank you guys. Much respect. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Fight fearless. Much respect. Yeah. How about this right here? The one in the back. What does that look like? It's blue. I haven't used that more in a while. I only used like the top 4. They're not really meant for rolling though. They used to be. Lord, I got these. Still on? He's still on. I think I got these from Rampage. No, this is from UFC. I did have mats. Yeah, I don't have any more. Mats from Rampage. I got Rampage bags. Anybody want a bag from Rampage, Jackson? I got 2 for sale. One right in there. And one somewhere in there. There it is. If you want a Rampage Jackson bag, I got 2. Other than that, let me sweep up. I'm gonna keep cleaning while y'all still there. I appreciate you guys watching. Feng Shui. Be sure to clean your surroundings. It's time to sweep with the rain.